Sonic Prime Season 3 premiered today. I'm watching it. But also, it's Comics and Shots, a completely improvised, semi-comedic musing by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd and YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man. Today's subject, Lobo from DC Comics. The main man, the ultimate pastiche, the assassin to royalty. A classic character from the 90s, created originally as a satire of big-name anti-heroes such as like the Punisher, Wolverine, the Punisher, Ghost Rider a little bit of Ghost Rider in there, with the chains, you know. And yet, ironically, ended up becoming a poster child for the bad boy anti-hero. Yeah, a lot of people miss the point of Lobo, where you're not supposed to root for him. Like, in his stories, he's the hero. But in literally every other story, he's pretty much the villain. Yeah. But some of you may be wondering, why is there not much Lobo anymore? Why is there not much Lobo anymore? Where's my Lobo? Where's the bow? Well, there's multiple reasons. You know how I mentioned that he was created as a parody? He was created as a parody of things popular in the era he was published. Let's get real here. The Punisher is not as popular as he used to be. He's just not. He's not. He has his fandom, but, it's just not as big of a thing. And, or at least the version of the Punisher from the 90s is a story like, decades ago? So Lobo is technically like a parody of a character that's not even being written anymore. Lobo has just become a little bit irrelevant. And that, it's like I said, the character is meant to be satirical. You're not supposed to root for him. He's a bad guy. But, in these politically correct times, some people think that satire doesn't go far enough. That, like him ripping off the shirts of ladies all the time. You can't do that in modern comics anymore. You remember that Crush and Lobo comic? He is pretty much the bad guy. Oh yeah, Lobo has a daughter, again, named Crush. She's pretty cool. The comic was kind of like more Crush's miniseries. An 8-issue miniseries that should have been 6 issues. Or at least 7. There's this one really bad one where Crush, Lobo's daughter, Xiomara Rojas, pretends to be this one girl's date, and it's really awkward and painful. And it's like the reveal at the end where she lies, and the apology is half. It's just awkward. No one needed that. No one needed a superhero to catfish a girl. It's awkward. That's something Lobo would do. Think about that, Crush. On the subject of Crush, Lobo's daughter, she doesn't appear that much either. Like with Lobo, it's because he's irrelevant, pretty much. Tragically irrelevant. With Crush, it's because her entire personality trait is daughter of Lobo. Also being gay. That's it. And I'm not saying her being gay is bad. No, there should be more gay superheroes. It's just, that is her personality. Being the daughter of Lobo and being gay. She has nothing else going for her. Like, I would love it if a new writer would round her, maybe have her go beyond the daughter of Lobo stuff and still exploring who she is. That's still good, but it's important to have queer characters that are there to not just be queer. Another good example, Green Lantern Alan Scott. He's got a good book where he's a closeted gay superhero in the 1930s, blackmailed by J. Edgar Hoover. That's my shit. That's awesome. It feels like Doom Patrol, kind of, like with Larry Turner. Yeah. But back to Lobo, who's incredibly irrelevant. I hope that we do something more with him in the future, but, Deadpool kind of does what Lobo does better, admittedly. Because, at least Deadpool has the excuse of a mental illness, and at least has an actual code and never really kills anyone innocent. Unless it's Peter Parker that one time. Oh boy. But hey, Here's to hoping Lobo gets some good stuff in the future, but once again, who knows? With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. And always remember, praise be to the Blood Elk. Don't complain that you didn't get cheese on your order when you didn't order cheese, especially if you didn't tip. That's some advice right there.